Welcome to a journey through the powerful teachings of the pharaonic Stoics, ancient philosophers who mastered the art of resilience, inner peace, and purposeful living. Rooted in ancients' rich cultural and spiritual traditions, these thinkers taught us how to control our minds amidst external chaos. They believed that true happiness and tranquility come from the quality of our thoughts and accepting what we cannot change. In this video, we'll explore how to focus on what lies within our control, our attitudes, actions, and perspectives, so we can navigate life's challenges with grace and poise. Discover the joy in simplicity and the balance that leads to a life of intention and fulfillment. Join me as we dive into these transformative Stoic principles. Learn how to maintain a firm purpose in life, master emotional control, and cultivate a state of calm and confidence, no matter what life throws your way. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to achieve unshakable tranquility and true happiness. If you appreciate our content, please hit the subscribe button and make sure to watch the video from start to finish. Let's embark on this transformative journey together.
Adopt new habits yourself. Consolidate your principles by putting them into practice. You must be one man, either good or bad. You must cultivate either your own ruling faculty or externals, and apply yourself either to things within or without you. That is, be either a philosopher or one of the vulgar. As often as I have been amongst men, I have returned less a man. Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone and remember it. Each of us lives only now, this brief instant. The rest has been lived already or is impossible to see. The span we live is small, small. Withdraw into yourself as far as you can. Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. Finally, it is generally agreed that no activity can be successfully pursued by an individual who is preoccupied. For in this case, we are not to give credit to the many, who say that none ought to be educated but the free, but rather to the philosophers who say that the well-educated alone are free. God, give me patience to reconcile with what I am not able to change. Give me strength to change what I can, and give me wisdom to distinguish one from another. Death is a cessation of the impressions through the senses, and of the pulling of the strings that move the appetites, and of the discursive movements of the thoughts, and of the service to the flesh. When jarred, unavoidably by circumstance, revert at once to yourself, and don't lose the rhythm more than you can help. You'll have a better group of harmony if you keep on going back to it. Every portion of me will be reassigned as another portion of the world, and that in turn transformed into another, ad infinitum. Love sometimes injures. Friendship always benefits. After friendship is formed, you must trust, but before that you must judge. That I have such a wife so obedient. No one becomes a laughingstock who laughs at himself. No one loses any other life than the one he now lives, nor does one live any other life than that which he will lose. That there is but a certain limit of time appointed unto thee, which if thou shalt not make use of to calm and allay the many distempers of thy soul, it will pass away, and thou with it, and never after return. Do you ask me what you should regard as especially to be avoided? I say, crowds, for as yet you cannot trust yourself to them with safety. A limit of time is fixed for thee, which if thou dost not use for clearing away the clouds from thy mind, it will go, and thou wilt go, and it will never return. If you would escape your troubles, you need not another place, but another personality. Life is not worth living, and there is no limit to our sorrows if we indulge our fears to the greatest possible extent. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. It is the person who continues in his self-deception and ignorance who is harmed. If then you desire aim at such great things, remember that you must not attempt to lay hold of them with a small effort. Do not get too attached to life, for it is like a sailor's leave on the shore, and at any time the captain may sound the horn, calling you back to eternal darkness. Thou must be like a promontory of the sea, against which though the waves beat continually, yet it both itself stands, and about it are those swelling waves stilled and quieted. The boon that could be given can be withdrawn. He blind who cannot see with the eyes of his understanding. When things are at their worst, there are no tears. If you find something very difficult to achieve yourself, don't imagine it impossible, for anything possible and proper for another person can be achieved as easily by you. Your life is what your thoughts make it. For all things fade and turn to fable, and quickly too, utter oblivion covers them like sand. Spurn everything that is added by way of decoration and display, by unnecessary labor. Relect that nothing merits admiration except the spirit, the impressiveness of which prevents it from being impressed by anything. Democritus says, "One man means as much to me as a multitude, and a multitude only as much as one man." If you would be a reader, read; if a writer, write. If anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. What harms us is to persist in self-deceit and ignorance. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. You fear everything as mortals, but desire to have everything as gods. All these things which thou seest change immediately and will no longer be, and constantly bear in mind how many of these changes thou hast already witnessed.